what the UK has in Gibraltar, and we want to give you something like Macau or Hong Kong, a special administrative zone, then that's a very different conversation. I think that's one part of it. So the idea is that, of course, we also have an international setup, because the idea is we want it to be not something that's a venture capital play, but very much it's a property play. We want to come from a very commercial basis. We want to say, hey, if the government gives us the land, we want the government to be part of the conversation. We want them to have a board seat, and we want them to have equity and shares in the company that we're setting up. And two, we then have the private sector coming in, external investors. And then, of course, we have Catalyst Cities also having a stake there. So the idea is to get the Charter City Development Company, Catalyst Cities, the investors, and the government all onto the same page. And we operate in a very transparent manner. So for a period of 10 years, the Charter City Development Company will be the one running things. And then at the end of 10 years, you then have a constitution, and then it becomes a special charter zone, but essentially it's just another term for a special administrative zone. You become a mini Hong Kong, more or less. And I think that is the long-term aim. We want to set it up properly, we want to set it up professionally, and we will of course have to deal with the politics of it, but we want it to be very done in a very commercially calibrated manner, so that everyone is having that cut at the end of the day. That's what we're going to do with Catalyst Cities. So I guess that's where we're starting. It also helps that the plan is to set up we will of course have a dual headquarter function. We want to set up one headquarters in Singapore, because generally speaking, it's very it's safe, boring, and stable. If you come in as an I've learned this the hard way, that I used to have a startup working with an Israeli co-founder, but the problem is Singapore is 15% Muslim, and sometimes when you go into a meeting with an investor who's Muslim, and you have an Israeli guy there, strong feelings tend to emerge. And then if you're having coffee with them, sometimes the conversation can go into other areas, which is not fun. Versus if you go in branded as a Singaporean company, there's a lot less. People know that you're there to make money. It's very commercial, so there's no strong feeling there. So the idea is to have a dual headquarters across Singapore and across Abu Dhabi, Doha, or Dubai, but the preference is for Doha or Abu Dhabi, because that's where you can get the money. And Dubai, unfortunately, Dubai is a great place to be. It's a great business destination, but there also are some undercurrents there in terms of the legalities.